Hey gorgeous, it's Tiffany Hendra, creator of Sanctuary of Style, which has now grown into a women's empowerment company called The Coaching Sanctuary. And I just love seeing women step boldly into their purpose, or at least step boldly into seeking their purpose. Everybody's on a different journey. I love seeing women use their lady balls. I love seeing women get over their visibility blocks, get on camera, share their message, get on stage, and just truly shine as God intended for them to. And if you are asking God, use me, I want to be on stage, I want to do videos, I want to have a TV show, I want to have a YouTube channel, I want to write books. A lot of women that see my experience with a lot of those things, I'm still writing a book, that's still a work in progress. They are drawn to me and they're like, please teach me. Like I'm Yoda, not. But I love sharing my experience, and I've been able to marry my spiritual journey of taking my power back, which is what empowerment is, relearning life, and just the growth, the healing, with the over 25 years of working on camera. It's just so beautiful. I'm so blessed. But what I see with most of my clients is there is a very real thing that paralyzes them. It's like, grr! They want to do a video and they shoot a video and then they never post it, or they start a YouTube channel and they just get to 2 videos and then they stop. They want to do Instagram Live. They want to do all of those things. And I admit, about 3 years ago, I was invited to be keynote speaker for several events that I declined because I still, even just 3 years ago, was not confident in myself. I still had some residual shame, some of my own blocks. Actually, it was something that The Big Leap, the book, The Big Leap, helped me overcome and realize, which was that I had this subconscious belief, still the programming, that I was stupid because as a little girl, I was called stupid. So those are where those blocks come from. So what I want to do is help women get over it and switch from fear to freedom. So if you are seeking God and asking God to use you, and you want to get on the platform and you still feel there's something blocking you, and it might be a visibility block. What is it? It's still wanting to be invisible. Even though you have that little seed of, oh, I want to be on stage, I want to be interviewed on TV, I want to share my message, I want to write a book, I want to go on a book tour. Then what's stopping you? What's stopping you? So this past weekend, I actually spoke, and I admit sometimes I still get a little fearful, afraid, because I ask God to use me, be the vessel. And the more and more I do it, the more real, raw, vulnerable, and transparent I am. Sometimes I feel like, am I too much? Am I hashtag so extra? Which I have been told I am, and I'm okay with that. God created me to be a little extra. So before I spoke this past weekend, I knew, I said, there's no sugarcoating your life. There's no smoke and mirrors anymore. There's no masks. Those things do not exist in Tiffany 2019. So afterwards, women came up to me and they were like, or they messaged me on social media and they're like, I just love how real you all are. Thank you for just saying it like it is. And thank you for sharing this about such and such, because I went through that. And, just thank you. Because every time you share your story, it helps somebody else that might have gone through the same thing heal a little bit more. It actually helps you heal a little bit more every time you tell your story as well. So I want you to think about that, and trust me, like if you are even that much, a little bit still ashamed of your past, and you don't realize it, I just encourage you to take a minute, You know how I am about getting quiet with God, getting quiet with yourself, giving your spirit and your mind room to breathe already. You know, it's like we can fill our day with so much stuff and people and activity. Take a moment to get still and quiet with yourself. And, you know, I actually shared, and this is stemming from a post that the Facebook post, or actually, no, a newsletter, speaking on shame. And I see my clients that truly embrace all their nooks and crannies, the good, bad, and the ugly, and forgive themselves. And that's the key. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. So if you are someone that truly, not just because you want to be Insta famous or a YouTube star or get the accolades because you're on stage at a speaking engagement or get your photo taken or, you know, be on the cover of magazines or whatever. Y'all, these lashes are about to fall off. But they look good, right? Then that's truly, if that's what you're seeking, you're not going to truly be rewarded and fulfilled. So I got off on a tangent right there. I just encourage you, get still with yourself. And if you have to write out the things that you truly think, you know what, I'm still really ashamed of that. And I shared that I was raped at 16, and I shared this in the speaking engagement. I've shared it publicly on talk shows and different things, very open about it. But I used to say date raped, or I'd say sexually assaulted. And I decided, you know what, I was raped. I'm not going to sugarcoat that anymore. Just because I knew the guy does not call it date rape. He was actually giving me a ride home. I knew him, but I wasn't dating him. And, you know, I felt like it was my fault because I had a wine cooler or two. You know, this was back when we were drinking wine coolers. And I never told anybody because I was so filled with shame. I thought it was my fault. So from 16 to 31, I kept that in. You know, you slowly die when you hold secrets in like that. So yeah, I started on this journey of truly hating myself, wearing the masks, dating narcissists, dating a-holes, and you know, the term self-love, the hashtag was not around back then. I turned my back on God. You know, I validated myself with modeling my career, how much money I made, shopping, you know, all of that. Until that all changed. Of course, when I hit the bathroom floor and almost OD'd, it was like God probably gave me little nudges, like the flick on the ear and then the brick upside the head, and then he will literally make it loud and clear. You know, your face on a bathroom floor in West Hollywood, feeling like you're dying. And I literally, when I talk about it, I can still feel the coldness. I was sweating profusely. So, you know, I was really ashamed. I was really ashamed of that. And that started to be my identity. That was the root. That was my anchor. So can you only imagine? So, you know, this isn't something I just tell my clients. I lived this. I don't just coach them and teach them. I lived through it so I can meet them where they are. And, you know, if that resonates with you and you truly want it, even if it's not just getting on camera and all of that, but when you live a life of purpose, there are going to be moments where you have to be visible. No more invisibility. You know, I used to wear a baseball cap, no makeup. I didn't want people to see me. That's how I walked around LA in between auditions and stuff. I was like, don't look at me. And part of my healing journey was starting my YouTube channel. It makes me choked up now to think about it. Making myself visible. Even though I could do the photo shoots, I was on covers of magazines, I did do TV shows and things like that. It was all rooted in ego and fear and shame. So to be free, going back to that freedom piece, going from fear to freedom, where I am so like, you can't shut me up now. like God took me from that bathroom floor and he rescued me, didn't let me die. And that was all my prayer was please don't let me die right now. This is not how I want to go out on an old bathroom floor in West Hollywood, you know. So how dare I not get up from that bathroom floor and do my part and seek his will for me, do the work to heal, face all the ugly parts of me, and eventually be able to speak about it and share with other people. And I remember when that shift happened. So just take some time, you, God, a journal, light a candle, put on some beautiful music, shut the door, get a big cup of coffee. This is actually turmeric, turmeric soup, or detox soup, and just write out all the things that you need to still forgive yourself for. And it's such a beautiful way to step from fear to freedom. And then you will be able to be loud and proud. The visibility blocks will crumble, and you embracing all of you, especially the past, and saying, you know what, this does not have power over me anymore. This is what empowerment is, ladies. It's so exciting. It no longer has power over me. And yeah, I just encourage you today. And then the beautiful things, the fun things, like building a YouTube channel to share a message. You know, maybe you went through an illness. I know a lot of women that have gone through things like breast cancer, and they're thriving. I don't even use the word survive anymore. They're thriving in life. And, you know, so it's from this place of pain and healing that they want to share their message to help other women going through the same thing. Maybe it's divorce. Maybe it's just you have gone through some, like me, I had horrific hormonal acne in my late 20s. So when I started my YouTube channel into my 30s, I have to share this information with women. So Sanctuary of Style was, you know, I went from making a ton of money shopping at Fred Siegel, Neiman Marcus, all of that, to living on a budget, but keeping up my fashion and learning how to put together outfits from, you know, yes, I know fast fashion isn't great, but I had to do whatever I could do, whether it was H&M mixed with, I think I have Zara on now, Nordstrom Rack, TJ Maxx, and all of that. And so many women appreciated it because I was meeting them where they were. They're like, oh man, she shops at Target too. So whatever it is that you feel a burning desire to do, if that visibility block, it is rooted in shame, address it, work through it, do the work, empower yourself, and get out there and empower other women.